Peace and blessing, everybody. Welcome to the first of the costume series. Now, in October, on the 31st, I will be celebrating Halloween. Now, it's celebrated in many Western cultures, and it has its original roots as a pagan harvest festival, and then it was retaken by Christianity as All Hallows Eve, All Saints, so the evening before All Saints Day, which is November 1st. And however, if you're looking at the celebration nowadays, it's not really religious holiday so much anymore. I mean, I'm not sure, but sexy pirates don't really scream at me Christian. Anywho, so it's definitely not a Muslim holiday. However, as a person, I like to just celebrate as many of the diverse celebrations that we have here in Canada, but elsewhere as well. I do celebrate certain Hindu traditions with friends and whatever, but again, that's because I'm able to make the difference between my religious tradition and the religious tradition of others. But I mean, for other reasons too, Muslims may want to dress up. I mean, you're allowed to be a fan of everything, even though you're wearing a headscarf, and that would include comics, animes, everything, Comic-Cons, and of course just wanting to dress up for whatever events you want. So I've been looking, and I was really stuck trying to find a costume that I could integrate my headscarf, and since I wear it on a daily basis, I didn't want Halloween or any costume event to be any different. But at the same time, I don't want it to be dressed up as a Muslim, which I find wildly offensive and annoying. But just like as I wouldn't dress up as a nun either, you know, like there are certain things I'd rather not touch, and religion and cultures are the things like that. But I do like comics, so I think that a lot of the styles that you're going to be seeing are going to be comic inspired. But this is the very first, which is Harley Quinn from the DC universe. And yeah, so I'll be showing you how to do this look first. Peace and blessing, everybody. So here's how to get the Harley Quinn look. First thing I did, of course, is I did my makeup underneath, and I added a mask. Now there's some really cool Harley Quinn makeup on YouTube if you look it up. I'll add a few links below, but I don't have the talent that it takes to get that done, or the time or the desire. But anyhow, so I've just gone with a $1 mask from the dollar store, which I've actually tied behind my head and onto the back of my neck. And then on top of that, I've just added the underscarf. Now, you're seeing that my hair is already going kind of like this. That's because I did two little ponytails here, and that's just the underscarf. So that way I'm going to be able to continue the look later on to do the two, whatever that's called, from the Harlequin hat. So, well, okay, let's get started. I'm going to be needing two scarves, one black, one red. Now, again, I don't have so many scarves of each color, so I've just been using this scarf, this red scarf that has like the little silver twirlies on it, which I used for the Acadian Day and the Canada Day tutorials, and I'm using the black scarf, which I used for the over-under hijab scarf. I am sorry, those are the only ones I have of that color anyway, that would work for this. So this scarf is just a black shawl. They're both chiffon, so just so you guys know. It has this really cute embroidery on it, but because I don't want it, I'm just going to start by folding it. Your first step is going to be putting this on your head with the fold that you just did. Now, if your scarf doesn't have a design on it, you don't actually have to fold it quite as much as I did, but I still advise a little bit of a fold so you get just a foldy look. And I put it just above where my mask goes. Now, of course, if you're not wearing a mask, you probably wouldn't have to do this. Now, as you saw, I just take both ends of the fold and bring it back to the back of my neck. Now, if your fold doesn't quite go this far, you can always pin it to the side instead. And there you go. And then I pin it. I just used a straight pin. You can use a safety pin if you prefer, or a safeguarding pin, like one of those pins that's made for scarves. So there you go. Now you're going to be using the second scarf, which will be your red scarf. Now again, I have issues with this scarf too because it has stupid little fringes. And I'm calling them stupid because I've had so many issues with them in previous time. I've had to re-record this video like 3 times because I had so many issues with them. And so, not just with that end of it, but both ends. So I'm going to fold it as well to try and avoid the annoyance. And then right. And again, I want to create the layers because I find it more fun. And prettier too. And again, you're taking both ends and bringing them behind your ears and in the back of your neck. And using a straight pin. So, as I said, the mask is not mandatory, and usually I wouldn't wear masks unless I absolutely have to, but I really think that it really works with this style. So you have both scarves. You're going to separate them. Into 2 different colors. So one side is going to be the black, and of course the other side is going to be the red. I'm going to start with the red, just because it's given me so many issues in the past. I want to make sure to get those out of the way. I'm going to try and keep the little silver swirls on the inside of the scarf. And of course I did just the opposite. I'm sorry guys. And twirl it around what was my ponytail earlier. Now if you don't have ponytails, don't worry too much about it because this is going to create your shape anyway. I'm pinning it into place because they're chiffon scarves, they have a tendency to slip. It's not like I can just expect them to stay there, unfortunately. So you twist them as many times as you feel is required. I mean, if you test it out first, I do it twice because I feel like it's necessary, but the best thing is test it out and then you'll see how much fabric you're left with and how much fabric you need. So what you're going to do is, after you've done twisting as much as you need, you're going to go and pin your scarf basically in the middle, as much as you can see as the middle. And then all down the middle. So again, you want to create a straight line all the way back, if possible all the way down to the very bottom of your scarf. And then in the very bottom, so like at the nape of your neck, you're going to be pinning it using a straight pin. So that's the one side. Then you're going to do the same thing with the other side. So, doing the bun. A friend of mine told me that this costume, I mean, as much as it works for a hijabi, can also work for just anybody who wants to do maybe a cosplay of Harley Quinn or anything like that. And of course, I'm more than happy to help you guys if that's the case. I'm glad to show it to you. I find that using the scarf is just a fun way of doing it because unfortunately I can't see myself requiring a Harley Quinn hat for many occasions in my life other than perhaps Harley Quinn. But you know, scarves can be used on more than one occasions, even if you're not a hijabi. So that's the fun part of it. So again, I've done my buns. Um, and try to do them evenly, but again, they're buns, so they'll do whatever they want to do. It's the fun part of that. So go right about the middle again and pin. There you go. And then, wrong way. All the way down the middle. And when you're doing this one down the middle, I do advise to add a little bit of overlap, just so at least you're certain that it's all covered. Now, that's what you're getting so far. What you can do, if you're not too worried about stupid garlands, the fringes are really what handicaps me at this point. You can, that's really not working. I'll show you with the black side what I do, and you can repeat it with your red scarf if you want. I do it with this side specifically just because I like the extra layer it gives it. Just add like that, but you try not to let it go all the way back so it doesn't look like it's all the way back. Just so it gives you like that nice little Harley Quinn thing. Then you can, I'm adding another pin, but really honestly I could just use the one that's already there. Now, as I've shown you, I'm having issues with the fringes, so one of the things you can do, if you can't bring it all the way up because the fringe is going to wind up being in your face, you can just take the lower layer and bring it just under the bun. And then there you go. So that gives you kind of the same look. I'm not going to show you the costume. I'm not good with costumes so much. But you can do something like me with just a red shirt and then a black overshirt or something similar. But do show me what you do wind up with. I'm very interested in seeing. You can comment and post photos. Well, thank you very much. Peace and blessing, everybody. Have yourselves a good day.